I got an email from a YouTuber a couple of days ago, April 15th. I guess that was yesterday. And in light of things that have happened at Virginia Tech, and I guess I've had thoughts of my mother passing, and this email actually addresses a vlog that I made about Saddam Hussein, and I guess I posed the question, what would Jesus do? And not that I'm purporting to know what Jesus would do or anything like that, but this person identified themselves as a fascist, and I guess there's a whole movement out there of fascists that feel that it's a good way of governance. And we had a little bit of a dialogue about who has the right to live and who does not have the right to live. And it wasn't very long. I mean, there wasn't that much to it, but he wrote me this email, and I just wanted to share it, and I kind of wanted to share my thoughts on that, because there was, a great loss of life today that seemed to be pretty senseless. And there are kids who lost their life, and I guess some staff members as well. And being a teacher, it kind of hit home, I guess. Kind of like Columbine all over it again, but on a grander scale, a greater scale. But this person starts this email with a comment about how I perceive life and the value of life. And he starts, or she starts, I think this is a gentleman. His name is Shane Corte. And it says, a great deal of your argument stems from an overestimation of the value of a human life, I think. I commonly hear things like, a human life is priceless. Am I the only person who thinks that not only are some human lives worthless, but that some are actually burdens to the rest of humanity? It's a whole load of narcissism, if you ask me. Individual human beings are just part of a greater whole. That whole being the notions that are born from. The death of a single person is usually insignificant. Just the other day I lost a friend in a car wreck. This fellow was a good person, but he was, like most, completely average. His death will only affect his family and his friends. His life was not priceless. I am not saying it's okay to kill a person because they aren't important. I am simply showing how it doesn't matter if most people live or die. Therefore, the value of that person's life is very low. In the context of people like Hussein and bin Laden, they cause damage to humanity. So if you have to assign a value to their lives, it's a negative number. They drag us down. It's people like that we should kill. It is a simple equation. Does the person cause more harm than good? Kill them. I do not fear death. Why should anyone who calls themselves Christian? People like Hussein deserve death because instead of helping to advance humanity, or in the very least keeping to themselves, they hold us back. And I guess I understand this person's point. That if we take a ruler, a leader, somebody who is instigating other human beings to kill, and allowing that killing to take place, that killing them is a good thing because it stops that negative energy. It puts a halt to that negative energy. And thus we are going to perhaps save lives or make the world a better place. And I guess, we're going to fall one way or another on that issue. But I guess it was the beginning of this letter that got to me a little bit. about how insignificant human life truly is. And I'd like to put a question out to everybody else, because I'm not sure. I did respond to this email, but I'd like to hear other people's thoughts. And the question is, what is the worth of a human life? Is it priceless, or is it insignificant? So I'd just like to hear your thoughts. Thanks.